Now, Maruti's bestseller, the 2020 Brezza, has been in the Indian market for quite some time now. In fact, we drove the car earlier this year in Goa, and the video for that is right now on the screen. Click that link to see a proper detailed video of the Brezza. But at the same time, a lot of you have been asking us more questions about the Brezza, the new 2020 Brezza, and hence this video. So I thought, why not make a quick video on the Brezza's overall outlook and 5 things I like, 2 things I don't. So the first thing I love in the Brezza has to be the heart of the SUV over here. It is the 1.5 litre petrol motor that we saw for the first time in the Ciaz. It is also found in the XL6 and the Ertiga and the S-Cross. So a tried and tested unit. In terms of power and torque on paper, it is not the best, around 105 PS of power and 138 Nm of torque. It comes mated to a 5-speed manual or a 4-speed automatic. I'm going to talk about that at a later stage. But as of now, the engine, so it is not the best for your outright acceleration or your top speed runs, but what matters is the urban performance. There is so much torque in the rev of the engine that you don't need to have downshifts in city traffic, and that is what matters. Third gear in the manual at 20 kmph, no issues. And the automatic I've been driving for the last couple of days, no issues. So the first USP and the strength and the feature I love in the new Brezza has to be the engine. So moving on to the second point I like in the Brezza, and that has to be the 4-speed automatic. I know on paper 4 is a figure less than 7 for the Venue or 7 for the upcoming Sonet, but trust me guys, take a test drive of the automatic Brezza in traffic conditions and you will be surprised, you will be amazed. It is that good. In fact, for the same price you have AMT options from the competitors, but this one is a torque converter. Furthermore, we did a proper video on how the gearbox works in terms of the gear lever and the options. You can stick to the first gear, you can stick to the second gear, you can stick to the third gear as well, and all that are explained in the link to the video right now on the screen, so do see that video as well. So yeah, the first point is the heart of the SUV, the engine. The second point is the gearbox. The third point, well, let's see. So the engine of the Brezza is nice, the gearbox is nice, and what about the handling and the dynamics of the Brezza? Well, that is my third point over here. I am very happy with the way the Brezza is to drive from a driver's perspective, and there are a few parameters behind it. A is the visibility, it's excellent from a driver's perspective. B is the combination of the light steering and the peppy motor and the automatic gearbox combination. And third is the suspension. It is very slightly on the firmer side, but at higher speeds over broken roads or when driving with more than 2 people on board, that has its own plus points. So yes, from a new driver's perspective or a short driver perspective, the Brezza is a no-nonsense, practical, easy to drive SUV for urban conditions. And the fourth point for me which I like in the Brezza is still the design. Yes, it is quite an old design. The car was launched a lot of years back, but still remains a good looking, slightly old school SUV with modern day elements. What are these elements? The new grille, the lovely DRLs which also work as indicators over here, the new bumper, the dual tone options, the new look for the alloy wheels, and so on. In fact, it is still higher in terms of the height. It's still taller than some of the other SUVs in the market. So the overall boxy, old school SUV design, I think, appeals to a lot of people, including me. And finally, point number 5 for me has to be the pricing of the Brezza. It has a starting price of 7.3 lakh rupees extra daily for the LXI version, and in that amount you get a lot of car, the lovely engine, the dynamics, and the overall look of the vehicle. Also, for this price, you also get Maruti's brand value, the resale value, the ownership experience, the overall long-term reliability factor. So all these factors with the good pricing is definitely a good point for me for the Brezza. So those were the plus points I find in the new Brezza. What about the low sides? Well, the first one has to be the lack of a proper diesel engine option or the lack of other petrol motors. In fact, all other rivals in the segments offer you multiple engine options. So you only have one 1.5 litre petrol, no diesel or no performance oriented turbo petrol motor. And the second negative, well, it's an age where people want to be pampered. You have new age customers, they want gadgets, they want gizmos, they want to show off to their family and friends, and in this regard, the Brezza has a few shortcomings. There is no sunroof, there is no wireless charging, there are no leatherite or leather seats, no ventilated seats as well, which this unit will offer you. And most importantly, for the Indian family, for your friends and for your kids and all, there are no rear AC vents. I know people can live without a sunroof, you can live without a wireless charger, but you should not live without a rear AC vent provision. If you're paying 10, 12, 13 lakh rupees on road for the Brezza, you should get rear AC vents. So that is the second point for me. So there you go. In spite of no diesel and only one engine option, that is the petrol one, the Brezza is still a hot seller in the segment. And why not? For the reasons I told you in this video. So if you're in the market for a compact SUV, would you buy this? Yes or no, and why? Let us know in the comment section below, guys. And of course, as I keep on saying, we need your support. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon.